Okay, so for this video, it is the final one for my director's posts. I'm going to be talking about Samuel Bayer. Like all the others, he's done a few different things which again really grabbed my attention, and I thought that it would be a good idea, if I'm honest. Let's give it a go. Okay, so first of all, I want to talk about the fact that he's done music videos, he's done commercials, he's also done one film. So again, there's something new in the mix there, and I think that it really shows how these directors themselves have gone off in different tangents, or if they've just completely stuck with it and aced the game. So some of his music videos are, and this does go back from quite a age range, I meant a time range. So we've got first, this wasn't his first video, but it was one of the earlier ones which he's done. In 1994, Zombies by the Cranberries. Yeah, I never heard of it, I'm not gonna lie. Then we go through Gotta Get Away by Offspring. The Heart's Filthy Lesson by David Bowie. Bowie. All the same. Anybody Seen My Baby by the Rolling Stones. Angels by Robbie Williams. American Idiot by Green Day. And Animals by Maroon 5. So he has done a few videos after Maroon 5, but I thought that that would be a good place to stop in 2014, by the way. So moving on to the commercials which he has done and participated in. So he has done videos for Nike, Pepsi, Volvo, M&M, Converse, Burger King, Domino Pizza, and just it's incredible as well because that's only a short amount on the list. I took the most common and famous, well, what I thought was at least. I think it's really interesting to see what sort of things he's been doing and everything like that. And I think that to show that he's able to work with all of these massive brands, that he clearly is pretty good in his game of commercial videos. So talking about his stylistic trend in the music videos, I noticed that he does do a lot of extreme close-ups, which it does have its perks, I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely something to consider and think about. I'm not sure exactly how I feel about it. I think the way which he does it, it's not really my sort of thing, which I wouldn't think I'd ever say about a close-up. But another thing which he tends to do is have a black and white theme throughout. This is quite a classic thing. Sometimes it won't be black and white, but it will be very minimal colour. I quite like this idea. It's the whole monochrome. I'm up for that. Why not? So another typical thing which he does is a young boy attitude. By this I'm on about a little bit rebellious, exploring, there's no care, and still a bit playful with what he's doing. So I think it's nice to see that he's got that side as well for what he can do. Like a lot of the older people, not older people, but people who have been in this industry for a longer time, they have different opinions, especially back then, about their attitude between women and men, and this does come through quite strongly on some of their videos. I think it's interesting to look at now and see where we've come with videos and how in some ways we haven't progressed at all. But then in other ways we have, which is a good thing. It genuinely is a good thing. So another thing which I do like about Samuel is the fact that he gets quite a lot of eye-catching scenery shots and like location shots, and makes the subject the insignificant part of whatever he's doing. I think that I will use this idea. Yeah, it's pretty good. So another thing which is quite a relatable topic, and for him to be doing this in like 2004 shows that even back then it was an issue. Clearly it's still an issue now, but have we done anything? But it's the idea of looking through screens. He does do some work, not all of his work, but he does do some work looking through a camera and looking at the perspective through the screen and how it views compared to reality, which I quite like the way which he contrasts this and shows the comparison really. Finally, he does show more adult themed things like going to clubs, for example, and drinking and dancing and doing all of that. It's interesting to see that there is such a big difference, but again, it's just his style. There is nothing wrong with that, about doing that in my own video, or at least in this video, for example. From what I'm already thinking and ideas, I'm not sure that would fit in very well with it. But it's still a pretty good idea and a good way to get the audience involved. So that sums up my video about Samuel Bayer. And that is the last video on my directors.